John Delina spent half of his life fighting drug trafficking in the United States, first as a police officer, now with the Drug Enforcement Agency, the DEA. He has seen what cocaine and heroin do to people, but says that nothing can compare to the scary effects of fentanyl. Nicknamed China White, Dance Fever and Murder 8, doctors say this synthetic drug is 50 to 100 times more powerful than morphine. A government analysis found that every year overdose deaths increased in all categories of drugs for users aged 15 and older.
We really need to focus on the prevention efforts, and I'm an enforcement guy. My job, you know, this country is paying me to be a DEA agent and arrest people. But I'm saying that the most important thing that we can be doing right now is prevention efforts and talking to younger kids so they understand the dangers of this crisis so it doesn't happen again.
In 2016, the government reported more than 60,000 drug fatalities. Two-thirds of the total involved opioids. Fentanyl is dangerous not only to those who take it. First responders and law enforcement officers suffer from its toxic properties as well. No officer is allowed into a pill mill, a clinic or pharmacy that dispenses powerful narcotics inappropriately without safety gear.
All of our agents are issued now. We have certain masks and gloves and eye protection and Tyvek suits that these agents have to put on when they go into a house because they can't risk having an exposure, getting this stuff on them.
The fentanyl epidemic has reached disastrous proportions, forcing firefighters, paramedics and DEA officers to take an opioid antidote, Narcan, with them whenever they are on duty to revive victims.
This is Narcan, also known as naloxone. It's a medication that we give here on the streets, first responders, EMTs, fire, paramedics, police. Reverses the effects of an opiate overdose, whether it be pain meds, heroin, or fentanyl. It reverses the effects of it.
Local authorities have organized numerous fundraising campaigns to help those with drug addictions, but it is not enough.
We're hopeful that we will see more money coming into New Hampshire. It's one of the hardest hit states in the country.
It is not just local authorities who believe opioid addiction is a problem. A 2017 poll conducted by University of New Hampshire found that 53% of residents see drug abuse as the biggest problem facing the state.
I don't think it's an exaggeration of media. I work for one of the hospitals and we're seeing quite a bit of it coming in.
I think it's mostly just peer pressure and stuff like that. I think a lot of people think it's cool, and yeah, I feel like it's so easy to obtain with all the corrupt parts of towns, and I think the police are really doing a lot about it.
You know, I think about different things that people say, and there's a lot of motivation out there for people, but the one thing I always bring back myself to is a quote that I heard, which is, "Well done is better than well said." And what we need is action, you know, and we're seeing that here.
Sandzhar Khamidov, Sergei Moskalev, VOA News, Manchester, New Hampshire.